I never thought that a vaccine to prevent COVID and give us the opportunity to start living freely would be controversial. But there are a lot of things happening in our country today that I never thought. So look, I know I'm talking to some folks who adamantly have no plan to take the vaccine, and some folks who are absolutely convinced that everyone must take it. I only ask that if you are on the hard side of either position, or even if you're somewhere in the middle, take a deep breath. Let me visit with you a minute. My wife and I took the vaccine. We were glad to get it. I've had some close friends who've died from COVID, and I've had some other friends who almost did. I've watched COVID destroy the businesses and livelihoods of many friends and keep families apart for irreplaceable events like funerals, weddings, birthdays, and graduations. COVID has kept many of us from long planned travel. And sadly, it's given government an excuse to abuse the rights of all of us. They've done it. I took the vaccine knowing it wasn't perfect and recognizing that just as with any medical procedure, there were risks. Yet I determined that the risk of the vaccine were less for me than the risk of COVID because I've had pneumonia once and therefore compromised lungs. I don't think taking the vaccine makes me better or makes me smarter or more compassionate or moral than anybody else. I really don't. It just was a simple personal health decision. By the way, I've taken vaccines for the flu every year. I've taken it for the shingles, pneumonia, as well as for malaria, yellow fever, and other things. Sometimes when I traveled, I had to take it in order to go to places that I've been to, like Rwanda, Ethiopia, India, and Pakistan. Honestly, the vaccine wasn't that bad. Some of those places I went, that was a real mess. Now, some people have root canals. Other people just decide to get the tooth pulled. I don't think one of those choices makes a person better than the other. I got friends, deep, loving friends, who think that if you don't get the vaccine, you're a moron. Or worse, that you don't love your fellow human beings. That's not just judgmental, it's rather arrogant. But I also have friends who consider it a badge of honor and political freedom and superiority to defy ever taking the vaccine. I simply don't think it heroic to take it or not take it. It's a choice. It's freedom. And I should respect that what you decide and why you decide it is strictly your business. I really do. Now, why should I be so concerned about what you do? If I take the vaccine, you are little or no threat to me if you don't take it. So I got no reason to lecture or scream at you. And if you don't take the vaccine, does that make me less courageous or conservative than you? I'm not sure how. It's ridiculous that taking a vaccine has become a political issue for some people. Hey, we wouldn't have a vaccine had President Trump not launched Operation Warp Speed, that's for sure. And he himself and Melania, they took the shot. And he'd already had COVID. He probably didn't even need a vaccine for protection. Now, it would have been helpful had President Biden at least acknowledged that President Trump had made the vaccine available in record time. But that aside, it's not about your politics. It's simply about your personal risk assessment of what you believe is of greater threat to you, the malady or the cure. So I implore you, get all the information that you can from your doctor and from all the sources that you trust. If you're comfortable taking the vaccine, then do so. And do it without regard if others will call you a sucker. Who cares? Live by your convictions, not by the criticisms of others. And if you don't choose to take the vaccine, then I respect your decision. And I hope people won't criticize or condemn you for it, because it's your personal decision, and you've got every right to make it. You might not be able to go to certain countries or places, but there are a lot of restrictions about where we can go and what we can do based on decisions we make. But it's still your decision, not mine. But you know what I hope for? I really do. I hope someone will develop a vaccine that makes all of us polite, respectful of others, and kind. If that happens, then I might insist that we all have to take that vaccine. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, then subscribe, and hit the notification bell below. Now, if you didn't like it, you ought to find a Ben Shapiro video to detox you with more facts.